1, 2, 3, 4. Are you ready? Here we go now. All right. Are we in the door? Are we through the door? Come on in. Standing outside the door of love and mercy, you wonder if there's a place there for you. You know there's peace inside, but still you're searching for someone who understands the pain you've been through. Where the Father waits with open arms, He's calling out your name. Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. a place of rest and illumination, where God within you helps you to light your way. He knows the peace you need and the hurt you're feeling. He longs to hold you and to wipe your tears away. When the doors are locked, the lights are on, what are you waiting for? Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in. Yeah. Well, there's room enough in this home of love for someone just like you. And come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in. Unity of Tampa, come on in. All right. That is how it's done. Thank you for the energy, folks. Good morning.
That was awesome. I'm just going to soak up that energy for a minute because it's like really healing. I hope everybody had a fantastic 4th. Yes, yes. No damage was incurred. Everyone had a good time. Yes, yes. All of the fingers are present. So I want to invite Mr. Mark up for a minute to talk about the YOU Summer Connection Southeast Region Rally from last week.
2 weeks ago. Mel's going to talk about last week. Now she's remembered it. It's okay. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It's lovely to be back after 2 weeks away. The first of those 2 weeks away, I was with our youth and the youth from all around the Southeast region, the YOUers, at the Regional Summer Connection Rally at Epworth by the Sea up in Georgia. We had a great time. We went up there on Wednesday, spent Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning, then came back. Did a lot of work of a spiritual nature. The kids spent lots of time in family group, talking through their ideas and connections to the movie that this particular rally was based around, which was chosen by our Regis. One of whom was, and I say officially now was, Mel, and we'll talk more about that in a second, which was Holes. If any of you have read the book or seen that movie, you'll know that there's some really interesting connections to be made there around friendship and teamwork and trust and the building of those things over time in adverse situations. So the teens got a huge amount out of that, had a lot of fun as well. Mel finished out her year as our Regie and passed over the baton. She did such a good job with our other Regie from last year, Josh, that they felt the need to replace him with 3 people this time. And that is my cue to bring Mel up to talk about what we did last weekend when we weren't here either. Mel.
Good morning. So, as some of you probably noticed, we were not here last week. It was very unplanned and last second. So, since it was the end of my time as Regie, we had to pick new people. And since it was a bit of a challenge this year, it was supposed to be 3 of us this year, but then someone dropped out, leaving it to be 2 of us because I was not supposed to be Regie because I was too young. And we decided to really stick with 3 people this year. So we have Silas from somewhere in the, up. I don't, in the Carolinas. I don't know where he's from. He's from somewhere. I don't know. Oh, wait, no, he's from Greenville. Unity Greenville. And then we have Holly from Unity of Venice from Florida, and then Mila from Unity Church of Peace. Silas and Holly were inducted throughout we had their whole ceremony at the retreat, but Mila got food poisoning the night before, so she couldn't make it. So on Sunday, we went down to her church to Unity of Tampa went down, and then Unity of Venice came too, and we all met there. And one of the Regis from last year came too, and we all went. And Reverend Waitana came too, and we all did her ceremony there in her chapter, and it was really nice. So she got inducted, and it was great. So yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, these teens are incredible. It's a student-led program. So our high schoolers are the ones who, after having learned how to do meditation, after developing their own spiritual practices and really bonding as a group and developing leadership skills, they take the reins. And as we were discussing, Melody wrote the spiritual curriculum for the entire week-long retreat. And so now she's passed that baton on to 3 new teens. No, you can't get out of it. So, all right, we are going to play this Sunday, I think. Probably have some Play-Doh and see where our powers of understanding take us for the month of July. Oh, sorry, I have another comment to be made.
I forgot to mention that, the whole induction is they have to, say an oath, and then me and my co-regi Josh, we each picked one of the 12 powers to present to the 3 people that we picked. So, yeah, for Mila, I think it was love and power, so.
Yeah, that sounds right. All right, so all my kiddos, come on up. Sorry, Mel, you got to just keep going back and forth. All right, come on, everybody, come on up. Yes, you, and you. Come on up. Reverend Nancy, do you have a question to ask us? Over here, this side, that way. Good job, thank you.
Here's the hardest question of the day, okay? Are you ready, Emma? Okay, here's my question. If I took out my phone and I only took a picture of Emma, what would I be missing on the stage right now?
Everybody else.
Everybody else, exactly. So here's what we're talking about today. We're talking about how if you have a problem or you're trying to understand something and you only look at the one small part, it's very hard to see the whole picture. So that's why it's important to open what we call our spiritual aperture. And that's the little hole on your phone or your mom and dad's phone.
The camera.
Okay? Your camera, yeah. Well, phone too, it says they're apertures. And they let light in. Did you know that? The little thing on your phone and your camera lets the light in. And when we let the light in, we can see everything better. Okay? So that's what I want you to think about. Next time your parents pull out their phone, ask them, are you seeing the whole picture? Okay?
You hear that, parents? Challenge. All right, let's bless these wonderful children. We love you. We bless you.
We truly appreciate you. And we behold the Christ in you. We love you. We love you. We really, really love you.
All right,
Thank
platform
you.
assistant for today. Who is that? Awesome.
Feeling good, like I should. Went and took a walk around my neighborhood.
Thank you, Elliot.
Yes.
Welcome to Unity of Tampa. My name's Hanson. I'm your platform assistant. Oh my God, you guys know how to get to my ego, don't you? Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, any first timers here, please raise your hand. There's a lovely pink rose coming your way. Anybody here for the second or third time? Well, everybody else, raise your hand because we're all together now. Hey! All right, we're all inclusive here. Okay, so we've got kids' summertime movie night. What happened to the silence your cell phone? Oh, there it is. Announcements. There's Ways to get it now, okay? Besides just paper, we have several social media sites that you can get it. And I observed Oscar today saving a tree by scanning the QR code. So people who have their cell phones and haven't turned them off at this point, you could have gotten a QR code with the Sunday bulletin and saved a tree. Speaking of which, please silence your cell phone. Jill had a very good suggestion last week. Airplane mode, since most people know how to travel, put it in airplane mode. Or do what Joanne does, just dial down the volume till you can't hear anything, okay? All right, so now we can go on to kids' summertime movie nights, which is going to be July the 11th. Is that next Friday? Okay, and then August 1st. 5 p.m. in the clubhouse, which is now there. And I guess they got a pretty cool movie. It's a G or PG movie. Anybody know what it is? Nope. Okay. All right. But popcorn and pizza and Pepsi, so come on in. All right. See Heather for more info. All right. It's back to school supply time, and Karen Rohde and Joanne Bison are heading that up. Karen already scored 60 backpacks, so that's amazing. Anyhow, we're looking for blunt tip scissors, glue sticks, facial tissue, pencils, and colored pencil sets, and the target number is 60, okay? So like 60 glue sticks, 60 blunt scissors, blah, 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 blah. And if we don't get it, we are going to supplement with the Cans for Kids program. So all those cans that you've been bringing to Unity at Tampa, guess how much it added up to between the 1st of January to the end of June? 99 pounds. That's 4 pounds more than what my mom weighs, okay? So just think of that. A woman, we collected more cans than her weight. And we got like close to $60, $59, okay? So keep bringing those cans, okay? Drink lots, party hard, and bring the cans in. All right. Then we have music bingo happening, and that's a whole lot of fun. This will be like our 3rd music bingo, I think it is. And you can buy tickets from Jeffrey at the end of the service in the back. And Julie's also selling. And Chris and Annette, oh my gosh. We're going to get you one way or the other. Okay, buy your tickets from these lovely people. All right. And also, if you're planning on attending, please bring socks because we have to have the sock fight. All right? Those socks also go to the homeless as well, okay? So, clean pair of socks. Yes? Oh, yeah, and I should know that since I was at the meeting. It was... July 19th? Okay, all right. I just want to remind everybody we don't have a lot of time. Yeah, so now you know the target is 60, so please bring them in, see Joanne or Karen, and we'll figure out where to store those as we collect them. Patty and Chris have an announcement. Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to say for Music Bingo, you can also sign up online at tampaunity.com. Or the QR code on the flyer that we've got there, and that's a real easy way to sign up. But if you're more comfortable signing up in person, either Julie or Annette will take your sign up after service today. Thanks.
They picked the most beautiful people in the whole of Unity to sign you up, take your money, okay? How do you like that? All right. Okay, so I told you that Oscar scanned the QR code, so he saved a tree. So that's something else that we can do. It's part of the Earth Care Initiative. If you got a cell phone, like I said, you can scan that QR code and get the bulletin. Okay. Oh, yeah? Say as a favorite?
That's our website. So if you save it as a favorite, you don't have to scan it anymore.
Look at that. Mr. Technology here, all right? Okay, and then we have the final announcement. No, not final, the penultimate announcement. We've got A Course in Miracles being led by Gilda Suarez. And whether you're new, an ACIM, what does that stand for? Okay. All I know is TGIF, okay. Or a veteran of anything, actually. You could come to the Course in Miracles, okay? All right, first Sunday of the month. And finally, they say it's your birthday. So we have a virtual birthday, Bobby Lopez on the 7th. We have Al and Ann celebrating their anniversary on the 7th. Nice, okay. We have AJ, 81st birthday on the 10th. Derek Thomas, 7/11. Sheila Hensley, heavenly birthday on 7/11. Do they also qualify for unlimited ices at 7/11? Okay. And Bruce Hall, another heavenly birthday on the 12th. Okay, well, that wraps it up, and get ready for Nancy to take it away.
Any other birthdays that we missed? Anyone that has one this week? Sir.
Margaret, you got a birthday?
Claire's
Nice.
birthday today.
Okay, all right.
Lovely. July 21st. Okay, you got to make
Coming
sure
up, that's probably be announced next week?
in
week
a
after?
couple weeks,
Something
maybe
like that?
even. But
yeah, something like that.
yeah. And how about you, sir? Did you have a birthday this week? Yours?
Oh,
happy
okay.
Birthday. All right. Wonderful.
Nice.
All right, if that's everyone, we're going to sing to these.
Julie wants to say something.
Sloan's birthday. 3 years
Great.
old. Yesterday. Woo.
All right. Very
That's
good.
awesome.
Take
All
it
right,
away,
guys.
Elliot.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, God loves you. Happy birthday to you.
How about Hanson? Can we give him a hand? Hanson works so hard to help us with so many things and always cheerful. So thank you for that. David, will you turn me down a hair? It's really annoying me. I can only imagine how they feel. I know Dave said the same. I'm annoying him. So good morning. I just want to tell you how grateful I am that you're here, because many people had the weekend off, and I realized you didn't have to come in. So thank you for taking time to come in and to spend the Sunday with us. And I want to welcome Greg and Ann back. We've been showing the pictures of their 1 month trip across the country, and they just got back yesterday and still showed up for church. Thank you for that. And I want to thank all of our staff, the band, everybody who's here, our volunteers. You know, all of you had the right to take the weekend and do something, and I know you hurried back to be here today, but thank you. We all appreciate you, and we should be grateful for all the people that show up to do the work here. So I just want to say that. I also want to thank Luis. There you are. Luis found, in case you don't know and you haven't heard me say this, Luis sells everything here we don't need, uses the money to buy everything we do need, and then spends a whole week on Facebook Marketplace finding things that we can afford to buy. And he bought us 2 beautiful new bookcases. We're moving all the books you see in Fellowship Hall into the 3rd room. And Heather, for a project for her master's degree, is cataloging all of those books and organizing them for us. And we'll have our lending library in the back. But he bought the shelves, he painted the shelves to match the room, and now we have these beautiful things. He also, yes, thank you. I also want to thank him because if you didn't notice, when you walked in the front door, on the right is a brand new credenza he bought us. In order to get the old one out, he cut it up in pieces. We have had to clean it out. It came from the old church. It had termites when we first brought it over, and we had to, get the pest people in here and manage it. And he bought us a brand new one, again, with the money he saves for us. So, Luis, I love and appreciate you and all the stuff you do, and you're the most humble person I know. So I want to embarrass you and say thank you. Sorry, but you do have to just suck it up sometimes. Okay, let's say our affirmation together if we can. All right? Close your eyes if you know it. There's only one power and one presence in. Okay, I had to stop because when I say it, I can't tell if you are. So that's just great. Good job. All right, let's read our daily word today, which is possibilities. And it's a really beautiful message, as always. So those of you who are new here, the daily word's been around since the 1800s. It's a daily message. You can subscribe. This has always been put out by Unity Worldwide. And some people, before they ever even heard of Unity, were reading the daily word. But it's always helpful and positive. It says, I open my mind. This is the affirmation at the top. I open my mind to limitless possibilities. And the message says there are limits to what my mind can imagine. I may find a challenge too big to overcome or too complex to work through. In the past, I might have avoided such challenges, but today I turn within for guidance. Within my inner sanctuary, I find infinite possibilities. For God, nothing is or ever could be impossible. As a spiritual being, I open my mind so these possibilities can enter my imagination. With spiritual sight, I begin to apprehend what is possible. I emerge from my prayer time, filled with inspiration and clarity, ready to take the steps necessary to make my vision a reality. I return again and again to the limitless field of infinite potential, where I can claim divine ideas and know the presence and power of God is in and through all things. And the Bible verse they use for this is from Luke, and it says, for nothing will be impossible with God. It's a beautiful message for today. All right, I'm going to hand it back to you, and let's see if you can get us to learn another song.
1, 2, 3, 4. Speaking of infinite possibilities, let's sing I am free, I am unlimited. It goes like this. Hey, I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, yeah, just like that. I am free, I am unlimited. And there are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. And there are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now. Yeah, taking it up, here we go. I am free, I am unlimited. And there are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now. Said I am free, I am unlimited right now. All right. And we might just kind of play with that song a little bit this month. We might add some stuff to it or change the groove a little bit. So you guys let us know what you think. Let us know if you like it.
I like the tempo. I'm probably the only one up here to admit it, but I'm not a big fan of all the old songs. I'm not. I feel like we're in a new modern time, and we need to be more modern. So when they play them in newer ways, they bring new meaning, rather than us all, singing it like it's an old country song. So I appreciate that.
As people always tell me at the bar gigs, play something we can dance to. So
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly. Well, now you understand. We would like the same. All right, I have two great stories. Thank you, Kathy Johnson. I have to tell you, this first one is just so sweet. So this young man works at Burger King. His name is Mikhail Baker, and he graduated in Decula, Georgia, from high school and showed up at his workplace to show off his cap and gown, but they were short-handed. So in his cap and gown, he stayed and worked, okay? All his other friends were out partying that night, but he stayed to work and help the team on the night shift. So there was a customer there whose daughter graduated with him, and she takes this video of him working that night. It posts it on TikTok. It goes viral, and this was her message. While many graduates spent the night celebrating with friends and family, one young man quietly showed the world what determination looks like. Recognizing his humility and his work ethic, Mendoza then started a GoFundMe page to help this young man go to college. And get this, 5,500 donations rolled in, totaling $200,000. Is that amazing? So as of June 4th, they collected $200K. Baker and Mendoza's daughter Daisy were presented with a $10,000 surprise scholarship as well from the Burger King Foundation on June 3rd after the news. So Baker had considered taking a year off to work to be able to pay to go to school, and now he's going to start, and he wants to study automotive technology starting in the fall. So I thought that was just beautiful, because in one moment, one video changed this young man's life, and all because he did something in service to others, which is just remarkable. And no, I didn't ask if he got paid for the shift. Okay, this next one, I don't know if anybody here saw this group when they came to town. So on June 20th, there was a group called The Resilient here. Did anybody go see them? So here's the story of this group. This is a group of military veterans who were all injured that created a band, from a lead singer in a wheelchair to a one-armed drummer to a guitarist with a prosthetic leg. Every veteran musician has been to the brink and back. They call themselves The Resilient. Lead singer Tim Donnelly lost both legs and suffered permanent injury to one arm in Afghanistan. While recovering at Walter Reed, he discovered a group called the Music Corps program. In 2012, he, along with some of the other veterans from the program, were approached by Roger Waters from Pink Floyd and asked if they would play with him for a program called Stand Up for Heroes. He wanted, apparently Roger wanted injured vets to play with them on stage. Well, the band knew it was therapeutic for them, but didn't expect the impact it would have on their audience, and said it ignited the spark of hope. We all have our own message for veterans, but people in general, that you know that we are all resilient, that we are all have that steel, that fire buried in us, and sometimes we just need the reminder. They played live at Janus Live in St. Pete on Friday the 20th, where military vets and first responders were admitted for free. They're not just a voice on stage, but a voice of the community. I thought that was just beautiful. All right, you ready for a meditation? All right, let's take ourselves down a notch.
Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. And surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Oh, surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
So I invite you now to just take a few deep breaths, breathing in all new air and letting go of all of what you don't need to carry anymore. Sometimes we forget to breathe deeply. We breathe so shallow, and it's hard to fill our lungs with new, but think of it as a conscious act of revitalizing ourselves at the same time and letting go of everything we keep storing. And as you breathe, I just invite you to listen to the words I'm going to share. Take in what's right for you, let go of the rest. Today, I focus my attention on expanding my ability to see beyond the physical. I am a bright and shining divine light in the world, and consciously choose to see the greater meaning in my experiences. By consciously acknowledging that divine light within me, I become aware of the value in shining light on every person and experience. If I'm experiencing physical or emotional pain of any kind, I focus on the flow of spirit within, trying to unblock the potential separation between myself and others. I recognize the need to open my heart and allow my divine good and my divine light to shine, regardless of what is going on in my outer world, I can consciously choose what I allow to enter and exit my heart center. And with every breath, I release whatever is holding me back. And as I do, I become free to start anew. The more I'm willing to let go, the greater the chances are for me to experience the powerful energy that allows life to flow gracefully in and through me. I take time every day for reflection and stillness, listening for the guidance that I need. I acknowledge that every day creates opportunities for me to have new experiences, to start all over. From wherever I am, I can begin anew and see beyond the physical, which allows me to expand the spiritual perspective in every situation, which is the entire purpose of my human journey. These are turning points for me to experience new beginnings. And so I rest now in the silence, allowing my highest good to come forth, knowing that all is meant for me to learn. With my heart fully open and my mind willing to learn, I bring myself back in this moment in time, understanding that I will know what is meant for me if I just listen openly, knowing that I am centered in peace. I need to say good morning to our virtual audience because what I heard when we were being quiet was say good morning to the virtual audience. And at first I thought I was channeling Jeffrey, who was probably reminding me, but I'm pretty sure I forgot. So I'm going to say good morning and thank you for being with us. And with that said, good morning, Logan and Everett. I know you're on vacation, but I can't imagine you didn't watch today, even on vacation. So I want to begin. Is Susie John here today? Okay, well, you can tell her I said this. I want to thank Susie Johns. This talk today was prompted by a conversation she and I had a few weeks ago. We were in the kitchen talking about how sometimes we only see a small part of the bigger picture. And why is that? And we got into this conversation like you heard me have with the kids today about how you can go to a concert or a dance recital or a wedding and everybody's watching the event through this. And we said, how do you see the big picture if this is what you're doing? When you're watching a dance recital, if it's your child or grandchild, you're only focused on them. You're missing the big dance. If you focus on one player in the symphony, you're missing the entire symphony. And so we got into this discussion about why do we do that? Because we're viewing the big event through the small lens. And I understand we're trying to record our memories, and I get that, and I've done it too, but there's so much more to see beyond what is visible in that tiny lens. I want you to think of it like this, and I said a little bit of this to the kids. The opening or aperture determines the amount of light that comes in, and if we're not getting enough light, we move around until we do. We turn the flash on. We look at a different scene. We look where the sun is. But our spiritual aperture actually operates in the same exact way. It provides the light. It sheds light on our situations. It brings us to a bigger perspective. And sometimes it might just be a friend that gives you that light. Sometimes you may ask somebody, what is this about? And you get a word or a sentence and you feel like, oh, that shed light on a situation. Leslie and I had that this week together. We were shedding light on each other's situations this week, and it was very helpful to me because I was in the dark on some very serious matters, and I needed another perspective. But the idea is that as we heighten our awareness, so the more we are conscious of raising our awareness, the more light we're going to bring into the situation. But in order for that to help us, we to have greater clarity, we have to make this intentional conscious shift and move from judgment of what we're going through to curiosity. Why is this happening? What can I do with this? What am I meant to learn? Rather than, this always happens to me. They did this to hurt me, and all the other things that come up for us in terms of judgment. But we have to be willing to look at ourselves as these explorers on this endless journey, looking for understanding and guidance at all times. Otherwise, we're trapped in our human consciousness, which honestly for me just makes it worse. Because I just want to go down the rabbit hole with all the thoughts that are going on in my mind. But as that spiritual aperture starts to widen, the depth of our vision also starts to become more meaningful to us. We learn to step back for a minute. Just step back. Take a breath. Don't do anything. Just step back and breathe. So we can understand what we're experiencing without and it just gets uglier and uglier and uglier. The deeper our vision, the more we dissolve that appearance of separation between us. It's an illusion we live with every day, that we're separate from others, that we're separate from our neighbor, we're separate from the person we're mad at. We're separate from the person who hurt us. We're not separate from anything. We are all connected. It's why we're able to have compassion for people we don't know. How many of you teared up when you found out all those children died in the flood this week? You didn't know them. Why did you feel bad? Because we're all connected. We're compassionate people, and we feel for one another. Of course, there were all these adults that died too in the flood, but most of us heard the kids. That's what we felt bad about. And none of us probably thought they were all together on a spiritual retreat when they left this earth together, which I find pretty powerful at the same time. We begin to see that importance of connecting in our shared purpose. But also the spiritual aperture helps us reframe the struggle we're having. Instead of it becoming a burden anymore, it starts to become the gift that teaches us. Each one of those challenges becomes a stepping stone for us to grow and to move forward. Think of it like this. Our physical lens captures the tangible. If we were at the beach, our physical lens sees the sunrise. It sees the trees. It sees the faces in the crowd. And it's capturing one thing at a time. But our spiritual aperture sees the beyond that physical. And it shows us how the sunrise is connected to the trees and the people, and it's all part of one beautiful scene. When we can do that, we're seeing in a way that allows us to embrace life fully, not just the parts that feel good. Unfortunately, we cannot only embrace the good in our day. We have to embrace it all if we're going to grow. It's the only way we can open our heart and stay attuned to what our human journey is meant to teach us. We won't spiritually evolve unless we do. And from this view of life, we're no longer bound by the shadows of our belief that we are limited by our circumstances, or limited by our physical ability, or limited by our consciousness. We have to learn to be still. We have to learn to listen with our hearts. We can't keep listening with our ears because they're only letting us hear part of what the situation is. It's also important that we start to look inward, where this light lives within us. But unfortunately, for most of us, challenges are distractions for our light. The more we're distracted by the outside challenges, the dimmer our light actually gets. So it's very hard to pick our faces up off the floor when we're having a bad time. It's that sense that we want to crawl back in bed and never get out. So it's critical for us to understand if we're going to bring the light back, we have to raise our consciousness, open our heart, and open our mind to hear something different than what our judgment is teaching us. Looking inward helps us to rediscover our own light, which we all know already had all the answers for us. But we're too busy researching on Google for the answers. Why am I feeling this way? Okay, let's ask Google, who knows nothing about us. I've never understood that. This whole process requires so much trust and surrender. And I know that's hard for us to do during our worst nightmare experiences. I'm right there with you. I know how hard it is. Because the first thing we're asking ourselves is, how the heck could this be for my highest good? This does not add up. But it is for our highest good. As time passes, and we all know this, we're able to look back on these nightmare situations we've lived through and say, wow, I was pretty courageous to walk through that darkness. Wow, this is really amazing that I can look back and chuckle about this horrible thing I went through, or smile and say, good for me, I've done it. But the key to our success in this is understanding it's never a one-time lesson. So you better strap in. It is never a one-time lesson. It's a lifelong lesson, and sometimes repetitive experiences until we get them right. But the unbounded vision reminds us that we're not just observers of life, we're participants in the unfolding of us. So we're both. We're observing us and we're unfolding. Every thought, every word, every action is going to send a ripple effect into the universe. Now, for me, one of the best examples that has ever been visible to me is in our ability, understanding our capacity to expand our spiritual aperture in the most critical time, was a trial that occurred in 2019. And I love this story, not what happened in this story, but I love the teachings of this story. So many of you may remember there was a Dallas police officer, 30-year-old Amber Geiger, in 2019, who shot and killed a man, 26-year-old Botham Jean, by mistaking him for an intruder in her apartment. She had worked a long shift as a police officer that day. She was on duty. She got off and she drove to her apartment and she pulled in on the 4th floor and she walks to her apartment. The door is slightly open. She sees this guy on the couch. She fears for her life. She pulls out her gun. She shoots him in the chest. Now, he was a black man, and there were 64 black men killed that year. So you can imagine the amount of protesters outside and the social media hype on this case. The key to this story here, before I tell you the really cool part, is that she lived on the 3rd floor. She had pulled in to the wrong floor, went to the same exact door that her apartment would have been on, and she shot this innocent man. So his family, especially his brother, is in the courtroom. She took immediate responsibility. She was sentenced to 10 years in prison, and she was charged with manslaughter, not murder, because it wasn't, it wasn't intentional that she went after him. But right after the verdict was read, this man who passed, who was shot, his younger brother Brant says he wants to make his victim impact statement. And this is what he said to her: I love you as a person. I don't wish anything bad on you. If you are truly sorry, I know I can speak for myself. I forgive you. I think giving your life to Christ would be the best thing that my brother would want for you. He goes on to say he did not want her to face jail time. That's what he tells the judge. And then he pleaded with the judge to let him hug his brother's murderer. The whole room is crying at this point. If you've not ever seen this scene, you can go back and find these videos. But everyone is crying. And the judge walks over and the judge says to Amber that she believes that she can make something of her life. And Amber says, do you really think my life can still have purpose after this? And the judge says, of course I believe it can. And the judge leaves the courtroom, goes to her office, gets the Bible out of her room, comes back and gives it to this young woman and hugs her. Now, the entire scene shocked the world that year. And the video of all of this went viral. But what I want you to remember in this story is that if that brother had only been looking through the small lens, he would have wanted this woman to suffer the rest of her life and go to prison knowing she was hated. But he saw the bigger picture, that she parked on the wrong floor, that she was tired, that she was serving the community and just got distracted. And he forgave her, and he gave her peace in that moment. Through our spiritual aperture, we learn to understand our profound ability to heal, to transform, and to love. Let's review today's lessons. Seeing through our spiritual aperture requires us to shift our consciousness and widen our lens. Number 2, to embrace the unseen and use intuition and love. Number 3, to listen with our hearts and to expand our compassion. And number 4, to seek the light within, to let our faith transcend our fear. And the affirmation I wrote for today is, I see beyond the physical. Let's say that together. I see beyond the physical. And our quote, I love this quote. I had never seen it before. It's from someone named Paul Farini. And it says, you see what you choose to see, because all of our perception is a choice. And when you cease to impose your meanings on what you see, your spiritual eyes will open, and you will see a world free of judgment and shining in its endless beauty. Let's take this in. So we pause for a moment to express our deepest gratitude for the light within, for the ability to have and choose the perspective we take in any situation, for the gift of our spiritual aperture to help us widen the scene, deepen the meaning, learn the lessons that were meant for us. And so we say thank you, God, for this gift, knowing that at any moment we can change what we see. And so it is. Amen. I would like to ask you to please keep Gail Gibson in prayer. If you would, she had a fall yesterday, and did Linda get here? I don't know if Linda Reed made it back. Anyway, Linda went over to the hospital. Vivian filled me in, and we're working on game plans for what we can do for Gail. My understanding is she dislocated a shoulder and has a minor brain bleed. So please just keep her in your prayers. I think she'll go home today if we're lucky, and it's a matter of time. I would also like to ask for prayers for AJ. He doesn't attend in person, but AJ has his 81st birthday, Hanson read. His 81st birthday's coming up, but he also has some more tests, and he's been battling cancer for a long time. And please also keep Coley on your list of prayers. All right, with all that said, if you have a prayer need, please put that on the card, drop it in the box, or see me or call in on the prayer line, okay? All right, let's say our giving affirmation, knowing how blessed we are. We have faith in God as our instant, constant, abundant supply and supplier. We have faith in God to open ways when to the human sense there is no way. We have faith in God to guide us in all our ways, and our health, happiness, and prosperity are assured. Thank you, God, for your abundant good now flowing forth to meet our every need. And so it is. And the band has a wonderful song for us, and yes, we will do the peace song today.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Sing along if you know it, yeah. So I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now. The pain has gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. And it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. So I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. But it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Said it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Oh, it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. All right. Right. That's right. And it's only July. Unity, you guys are one of a kind, man. Thank you.
Good audience,
Our hearts are full. We're gonna, now that you're standing, we're gonna sing the peace song. We'll get you out of here. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let days begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
All right, take in the energy. Come on. Give a little, take a little, okay? Don't rob your neighbor. All right, let's say the prayer for protection together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is great. God bless you. Talk to someone you don't know today. Talk to someone you don't know.